What's going on, guys? It's me, Cam. I'm gonna be real honest. It's not looking good, guys. I don't know how many of you saw that Destiny the game tweeted out about Shadow and Order finally. And to be honest, I think it's worse than we all thought. But I don't know what else there's to say about it. They put out a tweet around 2 p.m. while I was at work. Also, I know I'm gonna cover a little bit of this, obviously, and I'm also gonna go over like how the community's been reacting just because I've been kind of playing catch up because I was at work all night, and then I just get on my phone on Twitter and see just fucking explosion of the community being rightfully angry. And if you didn't know, figured I'd just pass the information along, So let's go ahead and get into it. Our next major update, Destiny 2 Shadow and Order, is undergoing large revision and will be delayed. This update is being changed and expanded to include sizable quality of life updates, and as a result, will also be renamed. This update will now launch on June 9th. That's a long ways away. That's a lot of players that might not be coming back. We will provide exact details closer to release covering previously announced weapon tier upgrading, but also additions like expanding tiered gear to all raids and dungeon activities. Should have been a thing a while ago. Pantheon 2.0, Tier 5 stats for exotic armors, and more. Most of these should have been here months ago, if I'm being honest. Pantheon 2.0 sounds good on paper. Sounds huge right now. It was a favorite when it came out the first time. That being said, I don't know how they're going to integrate the armor and the weapons from these raids when they're already doing this. So, like, what's the difference between these and these? Like, what's the difference going to be? I guess we'll see. Unless they're going to, like, maybe unvault some shit, like give us a Callus or, like, I didn't play Wrath, but, like, Wrath here. I don't know. Anyway, through June, we will continue to have routine bug fixes and stability improvements, continued portal modifiers, Guardian games in March. Yay. And the return of a more frequent Iron Banner cadence April. That's so tough. I don't know what the deal with Iron Banner has been, but that's a tough look. Guardian games is going to be mid. Might be cool. I don't know. Who knows? I'm more worried about this because that's just saying we're getting more of the same of what we've already had, which has been shit. So, in terms of communications, we'll be focusing on providing you with updates about our live game content, community activations, and general upkeep through Twit and our Destiny social channels. So basically, more of the same of what we've had, which has been shit. Thank you for your continued patience and support. We will have more information on our next major update and future plans for Destiny 2 closer to launch. See you, Starside. I don't think Destiny has that long, man. It's not good. I'm just gonna show off some of this too, because it was just bookmarked them because I was at work, so I wanted to read all these later anyway. So you're actually reading these with me for the first time. I was in Frostbolt's chat while he was streaming once I was driving home from work, so like I got the gist of his right here. A lot of these streamers, man, they're I do feel for them. I'm a small fry, obviously, but like the bigger ones that have made like their living off this, really feel for them because they've gotten the short end of the stick. Most of them, I believe, are successful enough and good enough at what they do to move around. There's always a community in most games, so I think they'll be fine, but it's got to feel like such a slap in the face, I'm not going to lie. Man says, yep, state they're leaving Destiny, and like, this is a slow death. We're like bleeding from the gut. It's really rough. Trials is dead. Everything PvP's got is in shambles now. Loot is not special. Mm-hmm. Oh, man, all this is so tough. So tough. Oh, this is another one I saw. Roadmap update. The delay to the roadmap is probably not because Bungie added more content to it. That's not good. Because they need to add more content to it. Wow, we heard something that is a lot to take in. Shadow Order is undergoing large revisions and now officially delayed with the release date of June 9th, much longer than I think people were expecting. Yep. Picture of missions for sure. Pantheon 2. Holy fuck, let's go. But man, 4 months is a long way. Yeah. The flip. Yeah, Trials Pops would be rough. I'll come back to Mactix. This is the only one like I did kind of read before, and I want to save that one for last. I think this is pretty accurate. Let's be real. Now is the time to give one last push to hopefully bring some of the players back. By the time June 9th is here, Destiny will be deserted. There is so much to do at this point to bring back the player base. Those changes seem good, but it had to be done months ago, not now. Yep. As a trial streamer, Trials is in the worst state I have seen, and you were telling me nothing will change. It's completely cooked. I wouldn't mind a delay if it was a DLC, but those major updates hasn't been. That's the thing to me too. Like I've been through a delay now with Final Shape. Edge of Fate, I think, was delayed too. Yeah, so two, I guess. And those are expansions. This is an update. This is essentially a mid-season update, and we're delaying that. Like that's got to mean something is just horribly, horribly wrong, right? Like it's an update. It's not an expansion. It's not expansion level content. Like it's maybe an extra seasonal activity. It's not looking good, guys. The problems of maintaining Destiny and creating Marathon at the same time don't feel respected at the moment. They did promise that, and they lied. They really did. It's really tough. Let's get to Mac. These changes sound nice and all, but at this point, I don't think this is enough to save the game and bring most players back. These are all things that people were begging for half a year ago, and had they been implemented then I think we would be in a different situation. But things are much more dire now than they were back then. Player numbers have bled out too much, and it'll take way more than this to bring them back. Yep. Oh, I can make it big. Furthermore, to still hear nothing significant about the roadmap or the state of the game and the big picture plans of the franchise is so frustrating. I understand these types of things probably take a lot of time. Dev hard. But the community has felt so led on for so long due to the lack of communication and expectations setting when it comes to estimated times of delivery on these items. Everyone has been under the impression that these things have been right around the corner week after week for the last 6 months. It's just death by a thousand cuts, and every single week that we hear nothing. He's right. I think every week, like, oh, there's no way that they're not going to fix trials or comp to make it better. There's no way they're not going to drop a comp album. There's no way they're not going to make trials get the loot right, get the map right, um, add another cosmetic. And yet, man, they just do not. It's really concerning. To wait till June for any. I read this one, right? Yep. Yep. To wait till June for anything noteworthy also feels like a borderline death sentence, considering player numbers are already rock bottom and will continue to fall with no significant updates or communications. It feels like the game is going to enter a state of dormancy more than it already has, and things like Tier 5 exotic stats and game wide gear tiering will not be enough to dig out of that. He's right. He is right. I mean, no disrespect, just honest and genuine feedback, but as a Destiny player, I'm hurting big time right now. and expected way more and would have liked to see it communicated way sooner. I know most of the community feels the same way. He's based. I do feel it is important to make it as clear as possible, though, that I feel that the changes promised will not be enough. If this is all that is planned for the future and to save the current state of the game, please reconsider and find ways to do more. I understand that it's a tall ask, but I feel it's necessary for the game to find its footing again. I want to see some of these comments, actually. This guy's a dweeb. Pyro's not even a console player. You get it. At least on X, it's not looking good. I have one more thing to show. It's a reaction video. Like I said, I was watching Frostbolt stream earlier, and they pulled up a Clyde video, and I just heard like a snippet of it, but it's pretty based. I think this is the anger translator right here. So let's take a little listen here.
Well, gamers, it's time. It's time to say you guys were all right. That's right. This is the final nail in the coffin. In my opinion, Bungie will do stuff like this. They'll sit at their table, and I'm telling you, they're sitting at the table and they go, hey guys, oh, yeah, 2017 here. We're going to bring back Vault of Glass to Destiny 2. Timmy's sitting at the end of the table. Hey, they're going to want Wrath of the Machine, just to let you know, because as soon as you mention Vault of Glass, they're going to want Wrath. Come. We're not giving them that. We're gonna bait them. We're gonna tell them about Siva, make them think they're getting it, but fast forward to 6 months ago. Hey, Edge of Fate's getting ready to launch, and yeah, the raids are fucking pointless. Aren't they gonna want tiered gear and raid and dungeons? Is this guy new? What did we say 6 years ago? Their tiered gear and raid dungeon activities. You know what? They're gonna bitch about it, and then we're gonna add it in a future update to make it look like we're listening. And the raid and dungeon loot is pointless. Yeah, they're gonna go get Fatebringer for the 17th time. We're looking like geniuses right now. Hey, while we do this and we do the raid and dungeon update and put it all in the portal, let's put more shit in the Eververse store. And if it's broken, we patch it that day. If anything else is in the game, we patch it in 6 months. What do you think, boys? Are you ready to work? I mean, look what Bungie just said here in this tweet. They are delaying a March 3rd DLC Shadow and Order update all the way until June 9th. What are we doing? A 3-month delay in the current state of your game? I do want to point out this is what they're going to be doing. The update will be changed and expanded to include sizable quality of life updates, and as a result, it will also be renamed. This update will now launch June 9th and will provide exact details closer to the release, covering previously announced weapon tier upgrading. So they are going to add weapon tier upgrading, which is
This is one that I like. I don't know how they're going to do this. Like, say you have a tier 2 weapon, right? Tier 2 has... honestly, I don't even know what a fucking tier 2 has. Let's go tier 3, okay? Because tier 3 is basically craftable. You got a barrel, a mag, 2 perk, origin trait. That's tier 3. To get to tier 4, it gives you like another barrel, another mag. I think Masterworks something out. Like I think it's the barrel or the mag. One of them gets Masterwork. Tier 5, everything's Masterwork. Everything can be Masterwork. Barrel, origin trait, ammo, perk. But like when you do this, because when you get tier 5, it's got 6 perks to choose from, 3 in each column. If you get tier 3 and you pay them, like, do you get extra perks? Like, do they come in later? Like, do they filter in? I'm curious how they're gonna make that work, cause like, little fucking Jimmy can get a tier 2, get the funds masterwork, and he could get a fucking god roll just from. Is that even RNG at that point? If it gives him a free perk? I don't know. I don't know how they're gonna do it. Guess we'll have to see.
Stupid idea. You shouldn't be able to upgrade a tier 3 weapon to a tier 5. It's Bungie's fault that the tiered system is flawed anyway, but just encouraging people to just go get a tier 3 gun and upgrade it is just pointless. But also, additions like expanding tiered gear to all raid and dungeon activities. This is cool and all to give us tier 5 Fatebringers and tier 5 dungeon armor, but if the armor set isn't worth it, there's no point. Some of you right now are just rocking 2-piece Pharaoh, 2-piece Smoke Jumper, 2-piece Sage, 2-piece Swordmaster. We're all running DR stuff that keeps us alive and makes us feel like a god. So if the raid armor is not good and it doesn't have good benefits, there's no point in getting it. And most of the raid weapons that are in the raid right now in the dungeons, they're all power crept by guns that we have. So if Bungie's going to take time here and delay this, they better make them good. They better make them desirable, because I've gotten thousands of Fatebringers for the community and we're not even using them, and we're probably never going to use them because hand cannons are tough right now. Year-Tide Apex but just power creeps everything, so we're going to need another SMG to replace it. Rocket pulse rifles are going to be unstoppable until you nerf them. The lightsaber, really good until maybe the artifact mods go away. Banality's Augur, still one of the best DPS weapons in the game because you could rotate with it. They need to give us a reason. So sandbox change. And Pantheon 2.0. That's right, they finally talked about it. The fact that this isn't like highlighted and bolded and talked about like what is returning, them saying this sentence should have said Pantheon 2.0 and also Scourge of the Past, Insurrection Prime on Crown of Sorrow, Spire of Stars. Like, they should have hyped it up. Pantheon was one of the best in-game activities that they added to the game, and just not even glazing it here is just crazy, because most people, I wouldn't say most, we're not going to put a percent on this, but there's a small group of people that play Destiny daily and they don't know what Pantheon is. Tier 5 stats for exotic
large
armor
amount that
and
probably
more.
don't know what it is.
Well, we knew this wasn't coming until the summer. This was supposed to come with the Shattered Cycle because Bungie released an article saying, hey, it's not coming in the Year of Prophecy. So we already knew this. From the looks of this, ladies and gentlemen, they chose to do a remember, Pantheon 2.0 was supposed to come out with Shadow and Order. They chose to do all of the quality of life updates that the community's been asking for all into one DLC to delay it. And I know some of you's like, well, Clyde, that's not true. Well, it kind of is. They could have done half of the quality of life updates in the Shadow and Order update and half of the quality updates in the Shattered Cycle. They didn't have to do everything in one DLC to push it back farther. So is Pantheon 2 even done? Maybe it's not. So the more and more I think about it, you know, I've sat here, I've cooled off, I've talked to the community a little bit, we've discussed some stuff in chat. We're getting a delay for nothing. We literally don't care about quality of life updates. I know some of you are gonna be like, well, Clyde, we need quality of life updates. No, we don't. We need new content. We need a reason for players to turn the game on again. When you're at an all-time low player base numbers, you think Pantheon's gonna save the game? No. Ooh, can't wait to get a tier 5 exotic, gamers. I'm gonna add that to my build. Yeah, you don't need a build in Destiny 2. You put on Getaway Artist and you eat your nade and you sit there and watch it do everything. Or you get on your Titan and you block with Strongholds. Or you chunk with Warlock. Yeah, nice dungeon challenge. And then Hunter, you just spin. You spin up. You do the Ascension, you know, you're good, right? Golden Gun, bang, bang. Lucky Pants. You know where I'm going with this. This should already been in the game. Tier 5 exotics should already been in the game. That's laziness. Okay, tiered gear to all the raid and dungeon activities. Yeah. The more I read this, it pisses me off even more. That's their fault. They did the stupid little portal in Edge of Fate. No one asked for it and made all raids pointless to do, except the new one, you know, Desert Perpetual. But this ain't gonna save shit. And then little Timmy turns on the game. He's new to the game and he gets a tier 3 weapon. Now he can upgrade it to a tier 5. Yeah, that sounds stupid. Just saying. So the more and more I think about it, they're literally delaying it for no reason. And now we're gonna drop the real message here. We're blaming Marathon. We are. I don't care what anybody says. You can get mad as you want in the comments. Bungie can't handle 2 games. They're proving it. They told us that they would not affect Destiny 2, and this just proves that they don't care. They don't give a shit. You know what Destiny 2 is? It's Halo. Halo got the same treatment when Destiny came out. It's crazy, man. Like, I'm furious about this, okay? Is Clyde still gonna play Destiny all the time? Yeah, I'm gonna still stream it once in a great while, but I gotta start playing Unk Raiders. I gotta play Marathon. I gotta play Crimson Desert. You know, other stuff, but like, dude, you're literally, there's no way that the community is just going to chill until June 9th. Now, there's more. Through June, they'll continue to have routine bug fixes and stability improvements, but we all know that just to fix one bug, it takes 4 months, so yeah, that's nothing promising there. You're going to get Guardian Games in March, which is going to have a 120 hand cannon with 1-2 punch, and you're also going to be able to get an updated Cartesian fusion rifle that's solar, that's a rapid fire. Should you get those weapons? Yeah, but that's it. You're going to sign on and get them in an hour and you'll be done. And the return of Iron Banner. Yeah, we haven't seen Iron Banner since the Stone Age, so I don't even think people remember how to play that game mode. So yeah, you can get that in April. In terms of communications, we'll be focusing on providing you with more updates about how we love Marathon and we don't give a fuck about Destiny 2. That's pretty much what it reads there. Thank you for your continued patience and support. We'll have more information on our next major update, meaning when Marathon launches, and don't forget to pre-order and buy all the shit for that game because we need it to survive. That's what we're seeing here, ladies and gentlemen. What the f***? Like, for real. I know they held streamer summits months ago to talk about the future stuff, the game capture stuff, the game capture summit. What happened? What happened? Like, what happened for them to do this? I literally called this earlier. I swear to God, hours ago on stream, I said, they're either going to tweet it or they're going to put it in the twid. And they tweeted it. And the reason they did tweet it is because, I don't know if
tweet tomorrow is going to be fucking rough.
Tweet something saying, hey guys, something's about to go down. He tweeted it. Everyone was like, Bungie, come on, tell us something. People started panicking. And I think Bungie tweeted it because, you know, everyone was kind of freaking out, getting pissed off. But I know that internally, I know how a studio works. Right here, I know they're going to say they didn't have the budget. They didn't have the time. They didn't have the manpower. Well, that means you just put too many people on Marathon. And now you have chosen to piss the Destiny community off before your launch. Now, every Marathon hater out there is now pissed. More pissed. The Marathon haters are at an all-time high. They're at
I do think with Marathon hate, very valid. 100% valid. 100% valid. But a lot of the comments before today, comments like DOA, we're in review bomb, blah, blah, blah. They're acting like a bunch of fucking pissed off ex-girlfriends. Completely valid about being mad about Destiny suffering for it. But I do think there's a better way to go about it. But today, excused, you know?
They're at scuff level 10. They are ready. You better make a banger game. Marathon better knock the socks off, Bungie. It better be a banger. Because if it's not, man, like, dude, I'm celebrating 10 years streaming on February 21st. The 10 years I've been doing this, and I've only streamed Destiny 1, Destiny 2, and of course some variety, but Destiny 1 and Destiny 2 is always my home, and I don't know, man. I could play Destiny once a week, twice a week, probably once a week till June. I could do that just to keep the vibes flowing. But dude, I was hoping April. I was literally hoping April, but June? And I'm not trying to be negative here, guys, but when it launches in June, it's going to launch with bugs. Every time there's a new DLC or there's a new update or there's a new challenge or something, there's a bug. There's something wrong with it. What did they do? What did they do internally? What happened? You should drop a state of the game. Where's the state of the game? The state of the game article always explains to us why stuff happens, why stuff got delayed. That should have came out with this. It should have came out with it, saying, hey guys, this is why we messed up. But we all know the real reason. This is the state of the game article. They didn't want to write a long one, and this is fuck you. And I'm telling you, man, like, it's sad, bro. I literally feel bad for Bungie now. Like, I'm not even capping, guys.
I don't feel
Bungie's
bad
changed my life over the last 10 years. I've been able to stream this game and have a blast. But dude, I feel bad for him now. The hate is at an all-time high. I'm gonna play Marathon. I told myself I'll give it 40 hours. I'm not a PvP sweat, so we'll see. If I gotta be the rook and I gotta be the lone survivor and be, you know, just be getting shit on every game, I'll get shit on every game. But like, dude, if you're banking on Marathon to carry your studio, that's just not it, man. This ain't good, man. That's right, Royal. He said, you feel bad because they're suffering from the consequences of their choices. Yes, they are suffering from being tone deaf and adding the portal to the game. This is all Edge of Fate problem. All Edge of Fate problems. But remember, a month before Edge of Fate came out, everybody said it was the best game ever, and they were glazing the fuck out of it. What happened to that? Don't get me wrong. Edge of Fate did give us one of my top 5 favorite raids. Desert Perpetual is in my top 5 raids
BP
of all
is gas.
time. It is a great boss rush challenge, and it has crazy damage checks. and it was a pain in the ass to clear in contest. But guess what? The dub is there. I don't understand. Like, how do you have the balls to do this with Sony involved? If Sony saw your Edge of Fate numbers and said, hey, what about that? Where's your pre-order bonuses? And now you pull this? What does Sony have to say about this? Sony's just like, hey man, they were overvalued at over $3 billion. That's a tax write-off. Yeah, Pete's laughing his ass off right now. Pete is laughing his ass off right now. I don't think Sony made this call. I don't think so. I think that Bungie ran out of resources and they couldn't update Destiny 2 because they couldn't handle 2 games. And they told us they could. They told us that Marathon would not interfere, and it did. Bungie messed up. Am I going to give up on Destiny 2? No. I'm still going to do fun streams, and I'm still going to try and have fun with it because I like staying up to date with the meta, and I like giving people updates on how to destroy the game. You know, like if you struggle in the game, hey, put on this build and go have fun. You know, we're still going to cover it. We're still going to play Destiny. I told you guys, I've been doing this for so long now. I will not quit on Destiny 2 until they shut the...
I don't know if y'all noticed, but there's shit all on this side too. I'm not gonna go click on them. You get the point. I'm not trying to have us sit here and just think about the negative because it's out there now. All we can do is move on. The twit is gonna get cooked tomorrow unless, like, I don't know, there's a little part of copium in me that's holding out, like, hey, usually when they give us bad news, they give us good news too, so who fucking knows? But it's not looking good, guys. I'm still gonna stream as well, especially because I'm trying to grow it more. It's gonna be Destiny. It's gonna be Marathon. I was gonna play a Marathon clip from the new stuff today, but I don't think I am. I think I'm gonna make a separate video with that because it feels kind of wrong to me to put. I think this deserved its own separate thing. So I'm gonna make another video that will probably come out like tomorrow or the next day, and it's gonna cover Marathon along with another video coming out that will be from my flawless card this past weekend on Meltdown. So a lot of new videos coming out. If you like my content, press that bell next to subscribe. Yeah, this sucks, guys. Sorry. Hope to see you guys in the Crucible, and GG's.